Hi guys, thank you so much for those of you who responded to my last video. It was so sweet to have that go out there straight from my heart, hot off the presses, and have it land the way it did. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Really looking forward to doing this next one. So what I want to talk about today and share with you is just what I'm feeling about this topic of forgiveness. And I personally am making some new discoveries about it, so I really wanted to get on video to talk about it. I did write about it yesterday, and I had this download from Yeshua, who is a precious, beloved guide for me, and he has been for many years. And I'll share more about those details about myself in another video. Actually, I do want to do a video talking about me, specifically my background, where I'm coming from with all of this, but I wanted to get into this, just dive into this topic first today. So this piece about forgiveness, I don't think there's ever actually been a riper time to feel into it. And the reason why I feel that is because on a global scale, there's no secret that there's a lot of stuff going on. So there's our interpersonal stuff and the reasons why this topic comes up, but then there's also what is happening all over. We have several wars going on. We have genocide. Like, we have very, very important things to pay attention to right now, and a lot of things to question. And I mean, this has been ongoing for eons. This is nothing new in another way. But where we can get hung up when it comes to these global pieces is we forget about our human hearts, and we forget actually about how important it is to feel like it's all playing, there's something playing itself out here. And where I always go when I start feeling like I'm in a knot of reaction around things playing out, I go to the divine. I get some context, I get some air, and I even ask why. Why is some of this going on? Without getting into specifics, because that gets a little too specific. Really, that's the finer details. But what I'm mostly looking for is, how do I process this information of what's going on? What is the divine saying is the invitation in all of it? And the heart of anything that happens to us, to those we love, to parts of us and how they feel about things, always feels to me like it comes down to forgiveness, which is a complicated topic because we also need to validate each other, validate ourselves, validate parts of us, and how victimized they have felt, what they have witnessed other people go through, other nations go through, and other races, you could say, ethnicities go through. And it can be really, really hard to not just be in a seat of trying to find where to place the blame and where we need to point our arrows, right? Point fingers. And I bring up this topic of forgiveness not to dismiss any of that. If anything, I feel like what I'm receiving from Yeshua as I feel into forgiveness, because he is like the forgiveness king, I feel how sacred all of it is. How sacred it is to feel the, no, I cannot forgive this. This is not okay. That's all a necessary part, actually, of the bigger forgiveness process. If we can't go there where we're holding accountability inside, from us to us, parts of us to each other, but then also to other people, obviously, to our governments, you name it. But then also, there's another piece here of holding it with the divine. Divine inside, divine outside of us, however we relate individually to the divine. there is something about really exchanging forgiveness with the divine. The divine is always forgiving us. There's nothing that the divine won't forgive us for, which I know is another thing to digest. But when it comes to us and the divine, I think parts of us, I know for myself, there have been lots of things that I've had to feel with parts of me or soul aspects in other timelines, lifetimes, where a lot of stuff is going on. Forgiveness of the divine for placing me, for placing them in those situations. Why did I choose this? Or why would you do this to me? And that is a very sacred thing, actually, to feel with the divine. So that is a big piece of what came from my connection with Yeshua, as I was asking him about forgiveness. But what inspired me to go here in the first place was my personal process of reconciliation with other beloved souls that we've had to work out some things. But I was really feeling how, like, when it comes to transactional forgiveness, which one of my best friends and teachers, Jelelle, talks about, is transactional forgiveness. What she means by that is it's not just about saying, well, I forgive this person. We can't have a relationship with the person that we're forgiving unless we're able to feel each other in the dynamics that haven't worked, in the issues that have arisen, and find a way to move beyond it together or not. That's transactional forgiveness. Can it transact in the relationship? And if it can't, then there's something to feel about that too. So it's not going into this forgiveness piece as this idealized thing of, oh, I'm just going to forgive all of it and it's all going to be done. That actually doesn't work that way. Because we all have parts that need to be felt in what truly has not been okay for them. And even just getting to that point can be a lot of work because there's so much conditioning around obligatory relationship with other people, unconditional love. You can love someone unconditionally. That doesn't mean that you're obligated to be in relationship with them. There is this piece of conditional relationship. You might not have conditional love, but conditional relationship, boundaries, healthy boundaries, that's all necessary to explore. So all of this, even everything that I'm talking about, this is all an exploration that I'm personally having, and I'm just inviting you to feel it for yourself. Because there is no finite answer here. Something like forgiveness is quite a high frequency when it's real, when it's transactional, when it truly moves between you and another beloved being in your life, or you and the divine. I mean, I've had such deep tears feeling with the divine what I haven't been happy with, what parts of me have not been okay with, even in that relationship. And the divine just feeling me in that, feeling my parts in that, feeling my soul in that, has moved mountains inside of me and created a lot of opportunity for healing. So when that can happen with another person, I mean, my goodness, that's huge. And we don't always get those opportunities. We really don't. There are lots of souls who have gone through incredible abuse, just stunning what they have gone through, what you yourself may have gone through. And so to actually be able to meet with that validation of the victimhood, but then also get to a point eventually of understanding what happened in that dynamic on the other person's side, on your side, whatever your soul signed up for together. These are all just up for exploration. There's no concrete answer here as to when or how or why even this might become forgivable someday. Forgiveness is not about excusing, but really about, I want to move on beyond this. How do I find my way to that? There's no one path to this. The path I know is diving into the feeling, using it as a portal. Why don't parts of me want to forgive this person? What is the hang up there? I luckily haven't been through the level of abuse that some people have been through. It's been more subtle sometimes between myself and other people, even things that I've done. So it's an ongoing journey. But going into feeling parts, feeling your soul, feeling what's happened in other lifetimes, that has made it really hard. to forgive souls in your life that maybe you don't even understand what the beef is, but it's something esoteric. There's something existential going on actually between you and them, and something karmic. So we always have to be in a kind of forgiveness flow around that too, that exploration. So all of this is up for your personal interpretation and what you feel is relevant to you. But I just really wanted to share what I was feeling about that. And ultimately where this is coming from for me too, I've realized it was really hitting me the other night. I was getting these waves of like, oh God, this just feels like an answer to something. I was feeling the dawning reconciliation between myself and some beloveds, which I'm really excited about, but also within has been ongoing for me. And especially over the last 6 or 7 weeks, I've been really feeling like I have a lot to reconcile, just from me to the divine, and I want to be in that. And even from my feminine to the masculine, that's been a really big thing, and that's ongoing as well. I think it is for many of us. But also just feeling how just absolutely motivated and determined I am to get there, to this forgiveness place, because of how much movement there is there. And how much I personally, in my soul, I feel like a divine child inside of me truly is aching for soul family to come together in this reconciliation, these harmonics that are possible if things are faced as needed, to be allowed to move. If we avoid confrontation and conflict, we're actually avoiding each other in this deeper, more intimate possibility between us. We're avoiding the movement and the healing that's possible through walking through that sometimes very, very intense corridor to get there. But it's always worth it, in my experience, even if you have to decide to separate out, take space so that, and go vertical, only to then figure out what's happening in the horizontal in between you and another soul, or several souls at a time. So it is a lot to choose that, to choose to actually face something because you just don't want to hold on to it, and see what can move. What's hard is when it doesn't move, so it's always a risk. But I mean, when there's real love flow between yourself and another person, so many things can move, and it really does heal a lot on multiple layers, like not just for that specific relationship. I'm talking also about your soul and soul patterns going on, and you just don't even know what level of healing being in a forgiveness flow can offer you, as well as the other soul involved, or souls involved, or whatever it is. So I just feel like the invitation ongoingly is to feel our blocks to love. There's that famous Rumi quote about that we are here to feel what our blocks to love are, essentially, because love always wants to flow to and through us. Forgiveness is a big part of that. Having a part of us utterly determined to never, ever forgive something or someone creates this huge boulder in the way of our love flow. That could be quite a bit more organic if we can just start to feel into why that's happening. So, okay, well, I needed to share all of that today. I wasn't sure where that was going to go exactly, but I think that was really interesting to feel all of that. So I'm sending lots of love to you, and however this digests for you, I welcome any questions or comments, of course, and sending lots and lots of love. Bye for now.